Hello everyone, my name is Alvin Hamilton. I'm with Family Fun Tips, www.familyfuntips.com. We have content on there every day that it updates probably once or twice a week. Take a look and you might enjoy what you see on there. We should have stuff coming out for the spring, for gardening, for cleaning up around the house, things like that. So take a look at www.familyfuntips.com. I think you'll enjoy that. Well, today I'm not really doing anything as far as talking about how to make anything or anything, demonstrating anything. I just happened to be looking on the internet close to my house, and I found out that um, over on Huffman Prairie, where the Wright brothers were, they actually have the setup of the way it was whenever they flew their first plane. And I thought I would come out here and see it for myself. Now, I've lived around here for years and never knew this was here. So I thought I'd bring you guys along and just kind of show you real quick. And it's actually pretty fascinating. It's not a very big area, but I'll flip the camera around and show you some of the things. Here we go. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, there we go. Okay, so right here talks about how it was done, total time in the air. It gives a little bit of information about that. If you look over here, you'll see the actual catapult that they use to take off with. It's actually pretty interesting. Come over here a little bit closer to it. A little bit windy out here, so excuse me if you hear a lot of wind. Here's the catapult that they use. Apparently that attached onto the plane, then it got pulled back here. And there's a tower here with a big cement weight. And I'm assuming that weight would go up and then it would drop and it would shoot them off into the sky. Over there is where their hangar is. I believe this could be a replica of the hangar. I wouldn't think it would be the original one. I guess it could be. We'll go over there in just a minute. I want to show you on the inside of that. Here's the device. This kind of shows you exactly how it worked. And you can see how they would pull the plane back to the one point, then release it, and they would shoot them forward. Pretty interesting. All right, let's go over here. Sorry for the wind. It's later in the evening. I should have done this earlier in the day, but I was busy, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to come out here out of all these years, and I've never seen anything like this before. And this is pretty darn cool. So here's where the hangar is. Even shows some of the tools that they used. I'm not exactly sure what that was for. I didn't really read all that. Right there it says 1905 hangar. I'll kind of move it down a little bit slow so you can read it. If you need to pause it, go ahead. Then over here, some wood of the time that they would have used. There's a old saw. Box says nails on it. Come over here. There's a workbench over here. I'll kind of let you read some of this stuff. Again, if you need to pause it, go ahead. I'm just kind of skimming over this. Don't want to make it too boring. I just thought this was really interesting. Not exactly sure why that's circled. I think the plane is back there in the background amongst all those cows. Anyway, here's a workbench that they would have used. And there's the boxes for the pulleys, nails, screws, bolts. And here's where the door opened up that they would have brought it out of. Here's some more boards, some metal rods they would have used. I'm guessing this here is the material for the plane itself. Then here's some more information. Again, I might be going a little too fast for you guys. I know it takes me a while to read this stuff, and it could be boring, but I just thought this was very interesting that this is out here, and you can actually see where they took off at. Here it looks like over here, hanging up on the wall, it looks like that might have been a wing, maybe a tail wing or something. And you know, a lot of this stuff you can come over and actually touch it. So very unusual. And then here it is by imagining to learn to fly. There's some pictures of them taking off from here. And then over here, they actually have the controls. So you can actually get the controls and move them back and forth. You can move them side to side. See how they worked. That kind of gives a little bit of information about it. There it says, try it for yourself. So I thought that was pretty darn neat. Pretty darn neat. Here's the field. Way off in the distance there that you probably can't see is the Air Force Base. And I'm guessing this is the field that they probably would have taken off in. Over here, there's a flagpole. I'm guessing commemorating where it was at. I just thought this was really interesting. And even though this is not my normal YouTube video that, you know, shows you maybe how to make hand sanitizer or maybe a review on something, I just thought this was interesting because I've lived in this area for 35 years. And, well, I've actually lived in Ohio for 60 years. So, and I never knew this was here. And I thought, boy, this would just be so fascinating to show everybody this. And just kind of let everybody see what it looked like. So, excuse the wind if you hear the wind blowing in the background. It got windy out here all of a sudden. and there's not many people out here. Whenever I pulled up, there's a couple from Cincinnati that had stopped by here and heard about it. And they were interested and they were looking at it. As you can see, all around me, there's a big open field. Here all by myself. Way off in the distance, there's a skeet shooting range. that the base uses, and just a bunch of open field. So next time you're around Fairborn, look it up. It's a little hard to find, and whenever you come on, it's like coming onto the base in a way, and you have to kind of go back and around some roads, and maybe that's how come people don't come very often. But uh, it's very historical. I think just to stop and see and read some of these signs, I think it's great. So I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's a little bit long. I know it's not my normal thing, but I thought, well, this would be great to, show you guys. I thought this would be interesting. And maybe I'll do more of this. Maybe I'll go around different sites and let you guys see some of the things that you didn't know was around. So I hope you have a good day, and go to www.familyfuntips.com. If you haven't checked subscribe, please hit subscribe and hit the bell. That way, whenever I come out with new content, you'll know when it comes out. I want to thank you again. Bye.